chocolate. Yo, what's up, what's up? So, it's a beautiful day today. And I'm just heading out to pick up the lovely Victoria Kimani. I was honestly just jamming to one of... Ooh, Betsy! So anyway, so we're going to be spending the day with her. And she's excited, I'm excited too. Award-winning artist, gorgeous, sassy, and yeah, she's going to be on Upclose. So let's do this. Let's go pick her up, have some lunch first of all, and then yeah, we see how the day is going to go. All right, let's continue jamming. Ooh, baby, I get lost when I'm with you. Hey girl!
Guess what I'm listening to?
What are you listening to? Hey! It's a jam! So good to see you too!
This is my favorite jam.
Shit. Are we having a party
you look so
in front of the house? Thank you, so do you.
Kill it.
Thank you.
So we're going for lunch?
Okay, good, I'm hungry.
Eating some fish, eh?
Let's do it. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
That was good.
I get lost when I'm with you. Where do you get your energy from? Because there's a lot of life even in your videos, a lot of life even on your social media pages. Yeah. You know what?
Some of that.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Yeah. I'm kind of a nerd and I don't go out that much, so I try to put like all the life in my music. I know that's crazy. I know, but like my love life is like dead. Like. I don't go out, so it's like I have to put that fantasy world like in my music and in my images. So, but anyway, you honestly are talented and amazing, at what you do. I want to know like who inspires you, like who in the music industry is one person who you can see, you look up to, and you just want to be like them or like close to who they are. Beyonce, girl, do you know this woman? The way she explained, did you watch it? She had her babies. Yeah. She had her twins. Yeah. And then she had like about 8 months to prepare, and she lost, I don't know, maybe in kgs, maybe 50, 60 kgs. What? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, if the kgs to pounds. Yeah. She lost all that in like 8 months. She took out like carbs, sugar, and I'm like, that's just a different kind of dedication. Yeah. And sometimes we complain like, oh, we don't have enough time to do something, and it's like, wow, B has proven, she makes me check myself, like, girl, get it together. Get information, Get information. Get information, like, get your life together, quick. Yeah. So, what inspires your style? Because even just looking at your, your videos and everything, you're very much out there. Like, the hot pants, the colorful, what do you call them? The dresses, shorts, everything, the outfits. So what inspires you? Because I think that's one of the things that people really know you for. You know what? I just like to dress up. I've always been like this since I was a child. And I think my mom might have encouraged it as well, like growing up. Yeah, because sometimes I look at like old pictures when we were children. Listen, my mom used to have me in like fur coats. I had rings on every finger. Like my mom would like express herself like through me. Through you. And then also she's very fancy. My mom like loves fashion. She loves to dress. Yeah. Like she's a woman that she won't even go outside without earrings on. Like she's like that for real. Well, that's so lovely. I think it probably comes from her. Yeah. And probably the wild side comes from Dad because he was a musician. Yeah. He was a rock star like in the 70s. So, look, I'm wearing bell bottoms like him, like, So I think it comes from a family that I guess they kind of allowed me to express myself with my fashion. Right. Yeah. And also I was reading that, were they clergy parents? They're both pastors. Pastors? Yeah. So wait, how did that happen? Pastors. So I was actually reading that, you used to actually sing in the choir in church. Yeah. So is that where the music came from? It came from before that. Like it came from and like both of them are home. Pastors. Mom and dad, both of them pastors. Yeah. They still are even still now. Okay. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still pastors. You know what? It's just kind of crazy. It's growing up in that household was different because they're typical African parents, but not
too typical because we lived in America
Yeah.
for a long time. Like they went to the States early to go to school
Right.
and gave birth to me there. So they kind of found a way to like, I guess, mix their culture with like American culture. So it's not, there's certain things I can get away with because they see other kids or they saw other kids doing things, so it was okay.
Right.
You know, like for instance, there was no school uniforms growing up.
Yeah.
So kids were encouraged to like just be yourself, like express yourself how you want to, and don't copy anyone. Like that's
be
what
yourself.
be yourself.
So how was it then branching out from from that background, having both parents as pastors, singing in the choir, to actually now branching out and doing going on the other side and doing secular music?
I think my dad appreciates the music, like the music part of it, because he's a musician. My mom definitely would prefer that I sing gospel music.
Gospel music,
yeah, it's definitely their preference. But I think like my parents, like honestly, they want me to be successful, like more than anything. So I think if I'm successful, they're happy. And like even with the few successes that I've had, they post things on Facebook and like they're proud. So I'm like, well, maybe it's not horribly bad. But I honestly feel like there's a thin line between like, say for instance, being sexy and like being like raunchy. Like there's like two different things. So I really try to like stay on the fence, and I like being sexy. I like dressing sexy, but like raunchy is like a whole other degree and level extra of like, there's like, there's like levels to like, So I try not to go too far. Thank you. I try not to go too far with it,
And then the other day, when I was just reading up about you before the interview, I saw you were in Kibera. And I saw some people saying that why is she dressed like that, and she's going for a charity event. What do you feel about that? How do you handle critics?
One thing I've learned is most of the time they don't have their facts together. They don't know what I was doing in Kibera. For all they know, those could have been my family members I was going to visit. Like they don't know. They don't know. I was going to shoot a video, and I thought I looked great. I didn't think I looked
really nice,
and it's like people are just so quick to judge people that they don't even know.
And obviously, you have to keep it together with, the brand and the kind of music. You can't just go there in like, bell bottoms.
I had different outfits planned. Like, like there's that one with the thigh high boots and like, the vibe. And that does represent a lot of ladies that live there. They may not dress like that every day, or they may not walk around within that community dressed like that, but we're not going to act like girls from Kibera don't dress fly. Like that's not a good narrative. So there's that, and then also there's another day I went with jeans and a t-shirt, like a regular t-shirt. It just, honestly, I wear whatever I want to wear. So just be ready for that forever.
Be ready for that. So now coming into the music, what has been your most memorable or most impactful music project, like that you can say? What has been the biggest one of them?
What's going on here? Hey, I'll get back to you with that question.
We're taking a commercial break first.
We're taking a commercial break. Ooh,
yes.
yes.
Looks nice, huh?
It does look nice.
Mkono managu. Maybe tumekuja late. Inashindana ugali kwapi? Asante sana.
Yay. I've had a lot of moments that I'm really proud of. And not to sound like cliche or funny, but like my recent single that I put out, not number one, before number one. It's called Wash It with Sakadid. Thank you.
Calvin.
It actually exceeded like all the numbers in terms of streams, like online streams. It's done better and faster than any single that I've ever put out.
Oh, really?
Which to me is a milestone. Also, it recently got playlisted on a radio station in the UK called One Extra.
I saw that,
And like that's like the dream, because like I don't know if you've ever heard of like MCSK and how like they don't, the artists are not getting royalties and paid for their music being on the radio. So to have your song playlisted in the UK, it means you get money. Every time it's played, you get money. So it's just a milestone, man. It's pretty cool.
So do you get royalties from music that is played here in Kenya? No.
To be honest with you, no. There was a time, I don't know if they're still in court, but a lot of Kenyan artists were suing them for withholding money.
You said that your love life is dead. How is it possible, Victoria Kimani?
I'm not dating anyone. There's someone that I want to date, but I don't really think he wants to date me. I think I go for the wrong kind of guys.
What do you mean?
I think I go for like bad boys, and that's not good. I need to like.
What's your kind of guy? Like, how can you describe somebody who would actually...
swag, successful. He needs to look good, have a little bit of money, you can't just be broke, or if you're broke, no, you can't be broke. First of all, that's first. I'm sorry, I really I can't.
Really? What about true love? Like, true love doesn't care about, like, money and... If you truly love somebody, those things don't matter. Like, if you're truly in love with somebody.
Realistically speaking, no, you don't have to be at all. And I don't push that either. But it's like, you want someone that has ambition.
Yeah.
I don't want someone that's lazy, because I'm not lazy. I don't want someone who like lacks vision. I want someone with the business mind, because my business mind is not that great. So I want him to be like, there needs to be a balance. Yeah, because I can't take myself out, by myself to eat. Like, what are we gonna? How's that? Money, unfortunately, is like the root of a lot of issues in relationships.
Yeah.
That should never be the basis for it, because that's another type of evilness as well.
Yeah.
But I think finding someone with ambition, that's at least equal to yours is important.
Yeah. So, and you haven't found that yet with all the guys who look at you and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm blown away by this lady. Not yet.
But you know how these guys are.
I know. No, but
in our DMs.
On the DMs, but
sometimes they're not what they say they are.
Yeah.
Or maybe they act like they are, but sometimes you don't know why a guy wants to date you. Because it's like, do you want to date me because you like me as a person, or because of what you think you can benefit from being with me? So it's really hard.
So are you the type to want to actually settle down and get babies?
Yes, now I do, but it really needs to be with the right person. Because my worst fear is to be someone's. I don't want to be a single mom. I would like my child to grow up with mom and dad in the home.
Yeah.
So it's something that I'm willing to take my time and do. I don't want to just rush and then have somebody's baby and then he doesn't want to be with me.
Yeah.
Because then I'll go crazy. I'll be like the crazy baby mama. What?
Do you ever get lonely?
Yeah. There is a lot of that, but honestly, those feelings, they come and go, especially if you're busy and you just try to occupy yourself with other things. To me, that's the most important thing. Like, just stay busy, stay occupied.
Hey.
My name is Betty.
She's so ready.
Watch herself.
On K24.
Get up, girl.
Hey. We done did it. Watch out for the video coming out soon on K24 TV. Yeah, the haters. Let's give them the laugh. So how hard is it being like a female artist? Because I was reading online, one time we were having a show, was it in Kisi? And then somebody did what?
Somebody grabbed my booty.
How did that happen?
I was in a crowd. It was so packed, like there was people everywhere. And so as we were leaving the stage, trying to get to the car, some guy just grabbed me like quickly. But then my security guard, like, he got him. He slapped the beep out of him, like, the daylight out of him.
Yeah.
And I had put the post and I said, guys, like, you don't touch girls without consent.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, when I was performing, I remember seeing girls in the audience that were being touched or groped or just, you could tell that they were physically uncomfortable. And men just, a lot of times, some men feel that they could just touch a woman. You're not supposed to do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like the beginning of rape culture.
Yeah.
That's that idea that, oh, she wore this dress or these pants, so she's asking for it. And based on that post, it was like all the rapists came out of nowhere to come in my comment section, girl. Like, they all came out of nowhere like, yeah, well, if you dress like that, you deserve it. And I'm like, this issue needs to be tackled right now. Because people are, anyway, girl. So
talking about the work behind the scenes, like, how much hard work do you have to put in to just make sure that you keep, your fans entertained.
There's a lot of struggles behind the scenes, especially with like dealing with other people. I mean, as a woman.
Oh, exactly.
Oh Lord.
Apart from the gropey fans, who else?
I mean, like sometimes other artists, sometimes producers, sometimes artists take forever. Sometimes maybe you want to collaborate with someone, they're giving you like super crap about it, or they don't want to, or they, a lot of times it's a very, especially when you're up and coming,
right.
It allows you to be, when someone treats you like condescending, like it can be very demoralizing, and very like someone's not giving you the attention or the credit that you feel like you need or deserve at that moment. So you really have to be really strong.
Many young girls are like, oh my goodness, I love Victoria, I like, so much.
Yeah.
So what are you doing back for all these people who look up to you?
I just try to be a positive influence if I can. But the most important thing I'd like to instill into young girls is just hard work. Don't take any shortcuts. I keep saying that, and like, not to judge anyone, any of the socialites or that culture of girls that have a price or just do whatever. I just want to promote hard work, and it will take you a longer time. It will be frustrating. It's not going to happen when you want it to, but eventually there is light at the end of the tunnel. So I just want to live through example and be like a positive influence for young girls.
I like that.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Here.
Oh!
Can we sing now?
Right now? Yes, we can. All right, let's sing.
I really want to hear you sing. You sung in the kind I was just like...
that was nothing, girl.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
Oh, show us.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now you're making me laugh. I see. You're making me laugh. Oh my God.
You are so good.
I think I started too high.
I didn't even notice.
It's okay.
I just noticed that it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh wow. I wish I could sing. I tried to sing the other day, and
it's okay. You can rap, girl.
Yeah, I can rap. I can
rap.
I can drop the lines.
The
okay?
bars.
Yeah, I can drop the bars.
K24. Watch my show. Oh my God. You know what?
All right, let's get to work. So remember, we're here not to have fun only, but of course she has a lot of work to do. And we're gonna let you just take us through your kind of work.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Welcome.
Keep it right there, baby, keep it right there. Baby, all on my body, baby. It's a real body on you, baby. I'ma jump in the Mercedes. All you gotta do is say yeah. Do it for you, do it for you. I do everything I do for you. Do it for you, do it for you, baby. You got me breaking all the rules,
baby. Mercedes. Oh yeah. I feel like we needed more ad-libs in this song. Maybe I can record some ad-libs after you do everything, then I'll just do some ad-libs on the last chorus. Okay, cool. Don't say you don't want me. The right chair button.
All right, that was really nice.
That was.
But I know we can't really put the whole song out because but it's delicious.
Thank you.
I can't wait for it to jam out, but I can get it on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, I got you. I'll send it to your WhatsApp.
So tell us about your latest song.
Oh, it's
Number One.
It's called Number One.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It features Stella Mwangi. I'm a big fan of her work.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wanted to make a record that really shows the strength and that you could actually have in yourself. And I believe what you say is what you're gonna get. So us making this declaration that we're number one, I'm number one.
I love it.
To me, it's
like,
like,
mess with me.
yeah, you can't just step to me like that. I think it's important for people to have that self-confidence, and that's what the song is all about.
So talking about playing hard, yo, chick,
Yes.
what's up with the tattoos, man?
Tattoos? What tattoos?
This one. Tell us, I mean, they're here.
Okay, well, these are actually Adinkra symbols from Ghana.
Okay.
This means beauty, this is courage, and this means but God. If you Google Adinkra symbols, it's like from like the Ashanti region. They're like, there's a whole bunch of different symbols. Like, honestly, these are my 3 favorite ones.
I like this one, courage.
Right?
I think
Thank you.
Thank you. In henna.
Well, that would be cool.
Yeah.
You could do henna. Yeah, but I love that. There's so many different like cool African symbols, and then this one is just map of Africa and like a few tribal
this is
things.
beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, this is cute.
I want to get more, but I don't know what to get.
You can get maybe B.
B for Betty. Oh my God. That's how our friendship.
I don't like how you laughed.
No,
girl.
listen. Okay, sorry. Sure, I'll get a B for Beyonce.
Betty.
Oh, beautiful.
Betty.
B for Betty.
Can we just?
That's where our friendship has gone.
Let's hear the song.
We jammed to
I
number
love the
one.
message with it.
Thank you. All right, let's have some fun,
So how
guys. I don't know. This is my like go-to dance when I have nothing else to do. I'm always like, so you show me some moves. Hey.
Victoria, Kimani, so good having you on the show. Mwah. So good having her on the show. Up close, baby. Back to studio.